What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we have a treat. It's the old favorite of the channel. Well, okay, the second old favorite of the channel. The first favorite of the channel is Gruul. The second old favorite of the channel, or the almost favorite 100% of the time when it's not Gruul, is Mono Green. Y'all seem to like those when they're on the channel, so I went digging and I found a very good Mono Green deck from our old friend Rumti, who actually stayed, I think, #1 on the ladder for something like, I don't know, it was an insane amount. I want to say like 20 or 30 consecutive days, a huge amount of time. I can't remember what it was, like 20 days in a row or something last month. So he knows what he's doing when it comes to mono green cards. And this list is actually pretty good. It's actually fairly stable, and it's nothing real surprising in it. It just allows you some room to play some, I don't know, really technical games. Surprisingly, it's weird to say when you're talking about mono green, but there's just enough flexibility there that allows it to happen. So I hope everybody likes this one, and let's go take a look at Rumti's Mono Green deck. Alright, as you can see looking at this list, it is very tight. There's not a lot of wasted space. There's not a bunch of like ones of this, twos and that. Like, this is actually just straight and to the point. So no surprises here. We're playing 2 Blizzard Brawl, which means yes, this is going to be somewhat of a snow-based deck to give you some options. Then we have 4 Swarm Shambler, and this is a card I think people still want to sleep on for some reason. But if you're playing mono green, this is one of the best 1-drops you can have. If they don't deal with it, you get to start growing it. If they do hit it with something, you at least get another 1/1. And I don't even mind having this against mono red because it opens up room for another couple of blockers and just buys you a little bit of time sometimes. That's all you need. Then 4 Scavenging Oozes. This is actually kind of important considering you still see a lot of Jeskai cycling floating around. You'll still see some of the mono black Lurrus auras. This is great against that. So like there's a bunch of things, and occasionally I guess even the Rakdos decks are still around trying to do stuff out of the graveyard. So those are all reasonable things to have Scavenging Ooze against. And of course mono red, especially when you're here late in the season. Anytime you get toward the end of the month, you're going to run into a lot of mono red, a lot of mono white, because people are just trying to finish games as fast as possible and rank up to try to hit Mythic. So this is a good card to have in those situations. For Kazandu Mammoth, I don't love this, but I do like its position here in this deck. And it is a fine card. It's just sometimes I'd rather just have a body instead of having to make the decision on a tap land or not. But the card's good. And truthfully, it basically doubles up as some of your extra lands, so we can play a little land light. And it gives you a big body to keep beating down with. So no surprise there. Same thing with Lovestruck Beast. We all know how good this is. Not a lot to say about it. Gem Razor, we're playing the full 4. And again, I wouldn't say this is huge most of the time, but we are in a metagame that has a lot of enchantments available, right? When we're talking about mono white, lets you get rid of Daxos, lets you get rid of Maul the Skyclave. That's a thing. You also can play this even against the ultimatum decks, right? You can get rid of Wolfwillow Haven or get rid of Binding of the Old Gods to slow down their ramping. Against mono red, you can kill an Embercleave. You can get rid of an Axe, right? So a lot of the decks you're going to be running into, this card's going to be very good against them. And against Lurrus auras, you can kill damn near everything, right? So lots of options with the Gem Razor right now. 3 questing beasts, not 4. There was 4 of everything else, but 3 questing beasts, probably just because it's legendary. 1 Vivien Monster's Advocate, which is totally fine and reasonable. You don't want a lot of this. Vivien's just kind of like if you get stuck in the long game, or randomly just need some flyer or something with reach. Come on, Tong, let's go, to actually be able to block some other small flyers. And then 3 Great Hinge. This may seem like a lot, but you do have a lot of ways to get to a cheap Great Hinge. We're talking about a full set of Mammoths, a full set of Lovestruck Beasts. If you have to go long, you can pump a Swarm Shambler. You can put the Gem Razor on something to grow it, on maybe like a Scavenging Ooze with 2 or 3 counters. So lots of things you can do here to get cheap Great Hinges. So it's not that big of a deal to have 3 of them. And then we're playing 4 Stone Coil Serpents because they're still good against a lot of things. Just a late game big Serpent is nice. Being able to play it against Rogues is very good. Can't be hit with the Drown and Lock. You can stop Soaring Thought Thieves. You can even just block any of their other flyers that are coming over. So very good card there. And then we're playing 4 Primal Mites as the main removal of the deck. Partially because you do also have some tramply things, or things people can't block with like Questing Beasts. So that makes a big difference whenever you're going to Primal Might and try to finish the opponent. As for lands, we're playing 20 Snow-Covered Forest, 3 Faceless Havens. That's it. Not getting fancy. There's no Castle Gambriggs, nothing like that. This is just the mana that we need to get the job done. No frills. That's it. So we're going to go ahead and play the games. Y'all know the drill. Whenever you get to the end, come say hi on the back end of the video. I'll give you some updates on what I think about the deck and what I may or may not change. And then we'll have a card spotlight for you. Edgewall Innkeeper. Okay, well that usually means that the Scavenging Ooze is going to be safe. Unless it's just a stomp here, which is possible. Nope, it is not a stomp. Oh. What are we targeting our Scavenging Ooze for? Okay. Trying to think what we do. I'm thinking, let's go ahead and do this. Because even if they play like a Lovestruck Beast next turn, we can Primal Might it, kill it, remove it, attack, like that's a thing. Visionary. Okay, Visionary's not so scary, all things considered. I mean, unblockable and a trampling. Alright, that's 8. Well, with this Primal Might, we do have lethal in hand right now. Well, they're gonna steal our Deuter. That's unfortunate. Guess we have to find a Blizzard Brawl? Is that what the opponent's telling us? That's not awful either, though. So we can... How do you want to do this? Opponent's at 8. If we activate this, we attack with both. They probably block there, take 4. Or we can just do this. Then just play the Scavenging Ooze. We have to attack next turn. But maybe then we have enough? No need to attack there. I mean, I guess I should have, because we're going to end up taking 4 here anyway. So that's kind of bad to not attack. I probably should have. Okay, another Visionary. Okay, maybe we don't. Because we're going to have 2... Well, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can just Primal Might something else, and then... Yeah, no blocks. I mean, let's see what's up. That's not quite what we were looking for. Alright, so if we just go ahead and max out the Primal Might on, I don't know, maybe Edgewall Innkeeper. Huh. Man, I wish we would have drawn another Primal Might or something else. Would have made this a lot easier. But 4, 5, 6. That makes this a 10. 4, 5, 6, 7 would means 3 would get through, and they would take 3. This is not great. This is not great. Trying to think what the best case scenario is for this to look like. I'm not sure there is one, so I'm just gonna do this. Let these attack. And then I think I'm just gonna play a big Scavenge or Stone Coil Serpent. Is gonna be the plan here. And yeah, the opponent gets a bunch of cards and all that, but 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So maybe, depending on what all they have, they are going to get to draw 2 cards here, so it's going to be a little bit unfortunate. I mean, I don't know, maybe they just play Coma?
They call me a pariah because they fear my strength.
I mean, the good news is, this is protection from Coma. So that should be it. So it turns out the Stone Cold Serpent was exactly the right thing to have there. Because they can't tap it. Because the tapping comes from Coma, which has to target. So, yeah. I think we just kill a Visionary and then attack for lots many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Yeah, it's going to be overkill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No colored mana open, just green. So we're going to go 6, 7. And that should do it. No, opponent, don't. You can't target it. It's protection from multicolor. Yep. You can block with all the other things, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Yep, Coma can't even get a piece. There you go. Just got to figure out how many Shamblers are willing to risk. We will keep this. I feel like we can't really play. I mean, we can play 3 Shamblers. I just don't know if we should. You know what? I am. I'm going to risk it. I think it's better to get rid of 1 Shambler and keep the Mammoth. But my logic here is if we go Shambler, 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 then we just start growing Shamblers. We get to see what the opponent's up to. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is wrong. So, speaking of which, the opponent made that wrong very quickly. Well, the good news is we at least get some 1/1s as they kill all of our stuff. You're putting a Mogus's favor on it? Yeah. So you just made our dude bigger for no reason? Okay, now they're going to put a deadweight on it. Sure. Well, they got extra cards, I guess. Wasn't the dumbest thing. Will block? I think this opponent's just... I don't know what they're thinking. I guess they assumed we wouldn't block there for some reason. I have no idea what that reason would be. Alright, I'm saving to grow a Shambler because, again, if they have more Mogus's favors or something. But who knows, at this rate, we might just get to beat them down with plant tokens. Or insects, sorry, these aren't plants. Plants are O1s. Okay, legit. Make you some 2/2s. Oh, they have 2 more things they can remove still. Alright, I guess we gotta try at some point, right? Drawing that other Great Hinge is not helping our case any. I mean, if they get rid of the Serpent, then we still get 2 more insects. I don't know how much that helps us, but it is a thing. You know, it'd be funny. I was just thinking, man, if they play something like Rankle, we'd just be like, all right. We have things to sacrifice. This is a weird standoff. It's zombie tokens versus plant stuffs. Alright, let's at least do this. I'm not even going to mess around making the 1-1. Come on, opponent. Don't kill our Lovestruck Beast. You don't want to. Ah, Murderous Rider. Okay. So be it. They aren't even attacking with the Ephemia, which is a little bit awkward, but sure. Well, now let's see if we can grow the Shamblers big enough that they can't kill it easily. I mean, 2 more turns and we'll be able to just play the Great Hinge the hard way. Well, the second hardest way. The hardest way is just playing full cost for it, obviously. Alright. So they're tapping a specific way, which I'm assuming means they have another Murderous Rider. Or they don't. You want to kill this one? Nope. I was wondering when you were going to start attacking with that. There you go. Good on you. Okay, well, hopefully next turn we will get to cast one of these Great Hinges and maybe find a creature we could play. That would be awesome. It's a little late for a Scavenging Ooze. Graveyards are clear now. The good news is, with the Great Hinge, we'll at least be able to blank some of the damage from that Ephemia. Found creatures, but no enchantments. And this needs enchantments, right? Yep. Fantastic. Sure. I mean, do we just block with tokens? I mean, I guess so. They're not doing much else. Which, to be fair to the opponent, at some point, you're trying to push past those. What's funny is... Oh. Oh. Hold, please. So we can kill an Ephemia now and have an 8/8 to go to war with. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. But they still have a lot over there, so we're just going to do this. And then still have enough to pump these Swarm Shamblers. They can give something flying, and it's probably going to be that Murderous Rider to make things difficult on us. Because that's what I would do. And us without a Scavenging Ooze. So sad. Scavenging Ooze would have been so good in this fight, though, I have to admit. They've given us multiple opportunities where it would be good. Alright, we're going to take 5, so we can only do this a couple of turns. Actually, they don't have any other cards in hand, so yeah, we don't have to take 5. I was thinking for some reason they still had one more card. But they had to discard it to be able to play the Demonic Embrace out of their graveyard. Alright, well... just setting things up, but we're going to be able to come get it. Ooh, that's nice. Would have liked a creature here, but that is the next best thing. How much can we do it for? That's 7 mana, so we can do it for 6. That's only 15. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite kill the opponent. 10, 12. We can't quite punch through, so just gotta pass. That's so sad. We have all this mana and nothing good to do with it. Alright, they're gonna scry, probably go try to find some kill cards. The good news is, though, most of their kill is going to be in the form of enchantments, so it's not going to do much to our team, really, because they're already big enough. The best thing they could do would be, well, they already have Lurruses in the graveyard, so they might not even have that many. They put 2 on top and 4 on bottom. I mean, I guess they could replay Deadweights, but yeah, that's not going to do anything. Alright, well, let's see what they decided to put on top. I'm curious now. They have my attention. Like, what's the meme? Like, you had my curiosity, now you have my attention. Oh, that sucks. You're gonna get to kill one of my things, aren't you? Well, I guess we just get 2 more insects. Yep, that's a thing you can do. Man, if I had a snakeskin veil here, opponent would be so wrecked. But we don't. You know what they say, if wishes were fishes and all that good stuff. Alright, I guess we need another Gem Raiser. Start this all over again. With a different thing to destroy. Okay. So I guess the opponent just said F it. They're not willing to sit there anymore? Nope. Change their mind. Alright, fair enough. Probably the smart move. Okay, so we got 7 we could do it for. It's only a 12. Doesn't let us get past it. I mean, we could kill that, but that doesn't really do much. Alright. Now they will be able to put... there's the Lurrus. And there's another Ephemia. Guess we're just gonna have to fight Lurrus. I think that's the only way this works out to our benefit. We don't want to make life easy on old Lurrus, you know? And we have tons of mana right now, though. That's the saddest part of this whole thing. Alright. We have 2 things. Alright. Annoying, but fair. Huh. Block? I mean, I guess we'll do this, because we're not doing anything else with these, right? That's what they're here for. Man, what if we draw a Blizzard Brawl here? That would be super good. Come on, Blizzard Brawl. Hey, it was a Blizzard Brawl. Look at that. So we get to kill both Lurrus and Ephemia. Five, 7. So we're just going to do this for 6. I mean, they can attack us for maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. And we have a backup to life if we need it. But yeah, now the opponent can put the Quill on, attack for 6, gain 6. Ugh. We need some help. We have not drawn Actually, we've drawn 0 creatures since our opener. No, it's not true. We drew a Lovestruck Beast. That's the one thing we've drawn. Alright. Here it is. Taking some damage. Alright. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is just hurtful. Four. Do we do this for any more than that? I mean, 5, and then we could just replay the other Great Hinge? Yeah, I'm not sure what else we do here. Alright, tokens blocking. Yeah, I'm just going to play the other one. At some point, hopefully they run out of gas. I mean, they've been drawing solid. We at least drew a couple of removal cards, so that's something. I mean, they can put the Quill on it, and then we take 5, they gain 5, and basically negates our attack. That's kind of annoying. Really? Alright, I mean, alright, they're discarding a card. That seems a little much, but okay. I mean, I guess their logic is this lets them put us down to 7. So they could do it again next turn. Oh, hey, there we go. Finally. Jeez. It's about time. Let's go ahead and get that demonic embrace so we don't have to worry about that thing. No, opponent says GG's. And then I'm just going to attack here. Then we can wait for the opponent to target something in the yard before we have to even use a Scavenging Ooze. I can draw a card. That is a legit play. Not sure anything they draw at this point is going to matter greatly, though. Because anything that uses stuff in their graveyard, Scavenging Ooze is going to have that covered. Yep. Alright. Well, Lurrus. We're going to gain the life along the way here. Get the Ephemia. Get the other Lurrus. Remove an enchantment. Alright, get in there. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. At some point, we're gonna hit other creatures. So even if they randomly have, like, I don't know, blood on the snow, like, they're not gonna have anything to get back. We're just gonna do that. In case something happens, we do have an additional creature we can play. Alright, that's reasonable. There's our last Lurrus, I think. I mean, their problem now is, though, they have to block these. Or, well, not completely, I guess. Yeah, because they have that. So that's not the worst thing. Man, this game turned out to be a long slog. I didn't think this was going to go down this way. I might have misplayed, honestly, is what it feels like for this to go this long. But hey, here we are. They have been gaining a lot of life, though, to be fair. Alright, well, let's clear their graveyard. Because we have the tools to do so. Get nothing. You get nothing. And then I guess we'll clear one from our yard. Ah, that's excellent. That is muy excelente. I'm going to put that here. And you know what we're getting rid of? Quill. Attacking. That's the one that tramples opponent. But sure. I mean, that's gonna do it. Whew. That was a good one. Because on one hand, it could be like all their stuff's great, and they don't know what to keep or put away. Or on the other hand, it's just like their whole hand's bad, and they don't like any of it. Oh, or we could just be doing this. Fair enough. Part of me kind of wants to go with Stonecoil Serpent here. I think I do. And the reason is, this is going to be good against most things they have except for Soaring Thought Thief. But even then, Soaring Thought Thief can't block it. So if this is all the opponent has, we could possibly get to where Blizzard Brawl goes off, or we're able to play a Swarm Shambler, then tap a Shambler. We can do that whole thing. How do we feel about this? I think I'm just going to do this. And then grow a Shambler? I mean, I know part of it is like if I was going to do that, I could just go Zonda Mammoth and try to play Questing Beast the next turn, because there's nothing in our graveyard yet. Okay, there's a Thought Thief, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things here. Of one mind, however, does matter. That is a whole different problem. That is not bad, though. How badly do we want to kill a Thought Thief? Do we even want to kill a Thought Thief? We could just play Stonecoil Serpent as well. And that's totally reasonable. I think we're going to do this. Alright. Just get this down while the opponent can't really do anything. And then we are going to play this tapped. For the possibility of now having Questing Beast plus Blizzard Brawl. And now also if they target anything, we'll get extra 1/1s. So this is actually looking pretty good for us against the Rogues here. Yep. Pile of things. I assume Rogues are going to put a couple things in our graveyard here. And they've decided it's going to be okay for them to race. I'm okay with that. Now our plan here off the top is going to be to draw... Not that. I was thinking draw something that would force the opponent to counter something. But things being what they are, I think we're in a little bit of a racing mood. And they may want to counter this. Nope. They said they did not want to. They were not that interested. Okay, we'll see if they want to counter that. Mostly this is clearing the way for Questing Beast plus Blizzard Ball at some point. That's what we're working on here. Yeah, drown and like that. That's fine. Crab, sure. Card was a land. All right, so they only have one real card we're worried about. Now it's just a matter of if that's a counter or not. If it's something like the Into the Story, it's going to be pretty disappointing. All right, this is not cool, opponent. All right. I'm hoping we can just draw it here. Oh, they still have stuff to play? Alright, so this is good, because this means it's not a counter spell. Because if it was a counter, they wouldn't be able to do anything. So that is good to know, actually. That is a whole pile of good knowledge. Probably something they can flash in here. Whoa. Oh, because they could still sacrifice the Wind Robbers. That's why. Do we want to pay? That is a good question, because I kind of want to get rid of that Ruin Crab, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we'll pay, though. And then that shrinks the Merfolk Wind Robbers. We got 34 cards left. Yeah, we'll race this race. I'm just like, cool, we're just going to come get it. Block the 2/2. Alright. I mean, they're only at 6, so they have to play at least 2 blockers here. There's an end of the story. That's not enough for them. Especially since we have a Blizzard Brawl. Yep, that ain't going to cut it. Even less so if we draw a land to go with our Questing Beast. So I don't think I played that absolutely correctly, but the cards we had were good enough anyway. Definitely think there's a different sequence of stuff we could have had, but, you know, even with them milling us extra cards, we don't care. We still have over 20 left. That is a cute one, but not really relevant. I guess it is, because we can go ahead and Gym Raise or something, too. Yep. Alright, good job, Rumti. This deck's actually pretty sweet. And it plays like what you would expect. I think the thing about Mono Green throughout the season hasn't even been so much the card choices, as much as it has been about how many of each card you'll play. Because I think there's been a lot of playable versions throughout this whole standard season, but you're kind of picking and choosing what numbers of everything you want. There's really only like a handful of cards that make up the list, but when you get the right ones, it's actually pretty powerful. Like I said, I don't think I would change really anything about this. I actually kind of like the whole thing. And it played pretty smoothly, honestly. So I'm just going to say just count me in. I mean, it would be nice if we had another 2-mana thing. However, I'll be covering that in another video. There are some 2-mana things that are going to go great in this list. But for now, I would leave it as is. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Vernal Bloom. And this is a good one to talk about because remember on the last few videos, if you've been watching the card spotlights, I mentioned, well, if you have something that doubles +1/+1 counters, it's probably going to always have value. And if you have something that multiplies your tokens, that's always going to have some value. Well, I guess I also have to tell you, if you have something that's for the right mana cost, can just every turn double your mana? Well, that's probably going to have some value too. So yeah, this is kind of in that same space. These are, I think you can find these for probably like $5 to $7 in a lot of places. And the card's always playable. I've seen it several times at different commander tables. I've seen it in casual games. So this is totally the type of card that you dig those out of people's stuff. A lot of times these are sitting in bulk boxes because people just don't value them because they're strictly a casual card, but they are super popular among the casual community. So you can always look for any of this type of stuff and you're going to do pretty well. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, right along with a whole bunch of other links. I recommend you check those out on your way to getting that deck list because we have some fun stuff down there. links to my podcast, to my streams over on Facebook and Twitch. If you want to come hang out in the Discord, we're having good conversations over there. Matter of fact, come hang out. We have like 500 people now in our Discord. Come be part of the fun. And finally, if you haven't, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and that notification bell, because one, that helps us get in front of more people and really helps the channel grow whenever you're hitting that like button. But it also lets me know you appreciate what I'm doing and lets you be notified every time I have a video up, because we've had a lot over the last few days. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.